Hey Harry. So in my last video, that was like a really quick little lowdown of what I do, just the basics. But in this video, I'm going to show you a bit more of like how I back into things and, you know, what it looks like. Not really the unloading part, so let's just head out. So this button releases the air to the trailer, that one's to the truck, and that's our brakes. So let's head out. So this is our gear selector, and it's not like a normal one, you kind of twist it. So when you twist it, it puts it automatically in drive, and it changes gears by itself because it's an automatic. They're kind of phasing out, manual trucks, at least here in America. Are they doing that over there, or is everything still kind of manual? We call it manual. I don't know. Stick shift? I don't know. It's so different in Australia. So here we're leaving the dirt lot is what we call it. This is where we keep all the trucks. I think I mentioned it in the last video. If not, then there you go. And I'm right by the airport. So these are all the places by the airport. That's FedEx and Amazon to my right. To my left is the actual airport. And in front of me is the military base. So I'm not taking a trailer from the dirt lot, so I'm going bobtail is what we call it, and that's when there's nothing behind us, so we're just driving. I call it driving naked. This is all where I pick up my trailer. There it is. I'm taking a little teeny tiny one today. I'm taking a 48 footer. So that makes things easy. So let's put this on park, which is neutral. You put it on neutral, and then you pull the parking, you lock it. Well, let's check this trailer out. So right now the legs are down, so the trailer is up. And this is called the Kingpin. This is what hooks up to the horseshoe thing in the back. And that horseshoe thing is called a fifth wheel. That is the fifth wheel. Looks like a horseshoe, right? Kind of. Yeah. So let's back into it, and I'll show you how it locks into place. You'll hear it. It's like a click. Did you hear it? So we'll put it on drive and pull forward a bit to make sure it's locked in, because you don't want it falling out. Not falling out, but coming undone. So that little bar right there, that is the thing that keeps the trailer connected to the tractor. And that is, it's really thick. It looks small, but it keeps it in there. So let's hook everything up. The blue with the blue, the electric with the electric, and the red with the red. And then this one is to charge the battery. Hope you remember. Then we'll put the legs up, and then we'll move the tandems. We'll check the back just to see what we're taking. We're gonna put it right there. We put air into the trailer with that one, air into the tractor, which releases all the brakes. We put it on drive, and then we're here. It's like magic. It's crazy. So in the last video, I kind of pointed out where that little lever thing is, but this one, you pull it out, and this is what releases the tandems from the trailer. So that little metal thing, there's 4 of them on each side, and it goes in. So when you go back, the tires and everything is in place while the trailer slides. So let's see what's back here. Just because I like to look, see how much work we're going to be doing today. Turn the light on. Looks good. Some bumpers, regular stuff. Close it. We got to make sure it's locked, clicks, and it's good. And this is what it looks like. So right now we're releasing the brakes to the tractor, and it goes back and it slides. That box right there is the battery to the lift gate. Once you release air to the trailer, it locks right back in. So those little pins slide right back out. So let's release air back into the brakes and let's get out of here. So like last time, and every other time for me, I drive only at night because there's less traffic. You don't really have to deal with a lot, but you still have to be careful. You know, we gotta follow the rules. Drive the speed limit and everything. It's different here. We use miles per hour. You guys use like kilometers, right? Like it's like bigger numbers. I don't understand it. So like last time, we're gonna do the same 4 stops. My first stop is Lakewood. That's Lakewood Ford. My second stop is Tacoma. That's Tacoma Ford. My third stop is Puyallup. And my last stop is Sumner. The Sumner one is called like Sunset Sumner, but that's just their name. It's still, Sumner's the location, Puyallup's the location, Tacoma's the location, you know? Stuff like that. So this is the way station. I drive by the way station every day, and sometimes we get pulled in, sometimes we don't. There's a little sign right there. It'll tell us if it's open, and today it is open. So I don't know if you could see ahead, there's some lights. Those lights will tell us if we need to pull in. It'll say pull into the way station, like you need to exit. Oh, lucky. It says we bypass it, so that means we don't have to pull in. If we have to pull in, usually they re-weigh you. They weigh the truck, and if it's a bit off by the weight, because we have to adhere to a certain weight for each axle, then we have to pull right into there, and there's a couple people there, so... Oh, that guy stopped? He's gonna get inspected. That takes forever. I got inspected once and it took like 4 hours. That takes a lot of time out of your day. But I guess, you know, they need to make sure everything's fine, and that's good. So luckily we didn't get pulled in. So we get to where we're going a lot faster. Well, not really faster. My truck is governed, so that means I can only get to a certain speed limit. For me, it's 65. For you is, I don't know. I have no idea what 65 is in kilometers. It's so cloudy, right? It always rains here. It's very rainy here in Washington, in the Pacific Northwest is what we call it. It's where Sasquatch lives. This is his home. Oh, look. There was an accident. So that truck, it looks like maybe the guy fell asleep, which is really dangerous. Look, they're pulling him out. Isn't that crazy? I like that there's tow trucks for trucks. Also, Judy was telling me that those are trucks. You guys, like, my trailer, my tractor. That's a truck, and you guys call regular trucks utes? So a truck is a ute? And a truck is a truck. I don't know, it's confusing. So this is the exit to my first stop. This is Lakewood. So that's where we're going. That door right there to the side on the left. And I know you're seeing it and you're like, whoa, Isaac, you pulled too far. We have to. So as trucks, we're not just driving the truck, we're pulling the trailer. So we have to watch the trailer. So we have to swing really wide. And we're allowed to when it's safe, you know, only if we can do it safely. We're allowed to go 4 lanes across just to make sure that we don't hit anything. You don't want to hit a light post, a car, a person, you know. So we have to do wide turns. And this is where we're gonna turn, we're gonna pull in to the right and then back up all the way to the door. That FedEx truck makes it a bit more challenging on the way out because it makes it a lot tighter for us to leave, but we can do it. So we're gonna have to swing really wide here and get as close to that fence as we can and pull all the way forward to make sure we're clear. And then we're gonna back that trailer up. We have to make sure we don't hit the wall. That'll be on the right side. So we gotta try and keep it straight as we can. I saw that video of you driving, and when I saw you backing up that ute, I was so impressed. I thought somebody else was driving, and when I saw you coming out of the car, I was like, oh no, that's the passenger side. But then I remembered that's the driver's side for you guys. It was crazy. So there's the wall. And I like to get close to it, but not really close. But as close as I can. Because when I'm unloading, sometimes I have to remove like huge exhaust systems. And they're really long. So I hang out and I lean it on the wall. Just so it's easier to get to. But backing up a trailer, you know, it's easy once you do it a lot, but you still have to be careful. I don't like to, you know, pretend like it's the same every day. It's not. Every day, even though it looks like the same thing, there could be cars parked right there, and now I have to maneuver it differently. But once you get a lot of practice backing up, you'll get used to it. And that's what it looks like. That's how I park it every day to make my unloading easy. And I don't want to show you the unloading. Maybe a different day. But now we have to leave. And that FedEx truck makes our, you know, turning out smaller. So we have to get really close to the truck. Not hit it, but get really close, you know, like kiss it is what we say. But you don't touch it. Like you don't kiss it. You don't hit it or nudge it. You just get as close as you can to it. And because we move the tandems all the way forward, then the trailer will follow the tractor. But you still have to watch for the swing, because now there was all that space from the tandems to the end of the trailer, so it does wider swings. So you still have to watch it, so you still do wide turns. And this is where I stop, I get out, I unlock the gate, and then I pull out, I make sure I lock everything back up, and then we carry on to the next stop. So this next stop is my favorite stop, honestly, out of all of my stops, because there's more, I don't know, I really like turning, I really like backing up. It's like a challenge, because every day is like practice, and you can only practice. Like, practicing makes you so much better at what you do. You just keep doing it, and it just becomes like second nature. You just know. Like, you see a spot, you're like, I can park there, I can turn that, I can make it. And some people will look at you crazy once you can eyeball things and you do it. They're like, how did you do it? And it's like, oh, well, you just do it. And I don't know, you just can't explain it. So I like that every day this stop challenges me, because they are the worst at parking their cars, which makes it good for me. So the security guy let me in already. I don't want to show all that, I have to call him, say, hey, I'm here, can you open up the gate? And he'll open up the gate. So this is kind of like where I know how I kind of assess how I'm going to back into this place, because I have to back into it. So today they left me a big spot there, so I can either turn in and do a U-turn and then right back into it, or I can go this way and back in all the way. And to me, going to the right and backing in is a bit more challenging, so I'm gonna do that, because I want to show you the backing up process. So again, we swing wide and we go as far in as we can and make sure that the trailer will clear, because there was also cars parked to the right. So that's where I stopped, and now I'm gonna back up, and you see that gap on the left side? That's where I have to turn and keep backing up. So at one point, I'm gonna have to jackknife, and not jackknife enough where the trailer gets stuck, but enough to where I can see the trailer from my window, and then you straighten out. And the trailer usually likes to go straight, so when you're backing up, it'll straighten out itself. So once you're jackknife and you turn right back in, like here I'm jackknifing it, and the trailer will kind of make you want to go straight, because it's pulling you essentially. And here, because I'm at an angle, which is perfect, I back up, I just straighten out, make sure I won't hit any cars to the left or the right, and go right back down the alley. So that's the door I have to get to. And like the last time, I like to get the end of the trailer as close as I can to the door. So it makes the unloading process easier and faster because, you know, you're closer to the door. So I have everything lined up already in my head. Like, okay, once this mirror touches this, then that's where I'm at. And that's where I'm at right there. So I stop and I get ready to unload it. And that's what it looks like. That's my favorite spot. And then leaving it, because you backed in, it's easier to get out. Some people like to pull in forward. I don't, because it's faster, you know. Backing up, it seems harder at first. And it looks like it'll take more time, but it doesn't. So at this point I have to call the security dude and I let him know that I'm on my way out, and he'll come up and he'll open the gate up and let me out. This is the way out. This bit is like downhill, so the trailer speeds up a lot. It's kind of fun. It's like a roller coaster, but you also don't want to go so fast because, you know, you're going downhill and you're carrying a lot of stuff back there, so it makes it heavy. So you don't want to keep going straight, and who knows what's on the other side of that. And here they were doing construction that day, so it made the lane even smaller. So making a right, you know, is a bit challenging because you don't want to hit any cones, because if you hit a cone, then it's under the truck and you hear it dragging. So again, you got to turn wide and hope for the best, really. Not really, you got used to it. Wait, I just thought, when you backed up that didn't you have like a little trailer on it? Or was that my imagination? No, I think you had a trailer on there. Anyway, so here we're doing wide turns again. You see we're on the other side, which is your right side, like your correct side of driving, not mine. And we're going straight into the freeway. This next stop is really close to this stop, so Puyallup is really close to Tacoma. It's like a 10-minute drive, which is fine. It's good. All the stops are really close to each other. Really, when I really think about it, they're all like 15 minutes apart. But that's also because it's late at night and there's no traffic. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's like no cars on the road. So that makes things so much easier. Oh, look, there's one. Wow. Oh, that's not a car. I don't know if you're like me, but I like listening to the sounds while I'm driving, you know, the truck sounds, the rattling. I really like it. I don't know why. Like my keys jangling. I like how it sounds. It's very relaxing. But this is my stop right here. Coram. Yeah. Puyallup Quorum. And this one is easy. There's no backing up. It's in the same spot. I just have to make a right and basically park. And it's right there. The driveway is right in front, and I just have to unload it, take it to the back, and come right back out. That guy sleeps there all the time, and that's what we do. Sometimes we have to find like spots that we know nobody kind of drives through, and we pull up and we sleep there because there's nowhere. We don't have like regular parking spots, so we kind of make our own. And that's where I'm at. That's where I park to unload it. Easy. Just, it's a pull up. So this last stop, Sumner, is also a pull up. And, you know, that makes it easy. But there is one part that I like doing because it's at like a dead end, but I have to be facing the other way when I pull in. So I have to pass the dealership and then Chuckayui. And again, pull up right in front, and then I unload it, and it's an easy peasy lemon squeezy. Do you guys have any sayings like that, or is that just like an American saying? So there's the dealer. There's Sunset Ford. And this is another one of my favorite parts about this stop is as soon as I exit the freeway, I have to make a right. So I have to make a big U-turn basically. And it's kind of like going into the center divider. And then I keep going. And I think that's really fun. Sometimes when there's drivers or cars on the other side and they see me doing that, they get scared because I think they think that I'm going to hit them, that I fell asleep or something, because that does happen. And then I turn. They get excited. I get excited. I think it's funny. It keeps them awake, I guess. And this is the end of the road, the cul-de-sac, and this is where I have the Chuckayui. And I like doing it because I can just look out the window and look, there's the trailer. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that. It's crazy to see it. So again, this is just a pull up. So everything is, I stay where I'm at. I get as close as I can to the curb. And then I park it and I unload it. And that's exactly where I stop to unload it for this spot. So now we're headed back. And it's super foggy. Because I guess the later it gets, you know, the colder it gets. But I need fuel. So we're going to go to the fuel station. and I'll show you some things there. The truck stop is what we call it, because there's a lot of trucks. I showed it to you last time in the last video, but this time I'll show you how I fuel up. Oh, look, that guy on the side. Whenever trucks or anybody really is on the side and they have their flashers on, we move to the next lane over, just in case they're changing their tire or they're coming out of their car. We always want to be safe because we're basically driving like tanks. It's heavy. Like, if a car hits a car, it's different than when a truck hits a car. They'll explode. So I always try my best to make sure not only that I'm safe, but that everybody else is safe. And this is how we get into the truck stop. We don't really have a lot of roundabouts here in America. We don't understand them, I guess. We don't know how they work. So very rarely will we see one. And I think this is the only one that I ever run into. Do you guys have roundabouts in Melbourne? What is it? Melbourne? Melbourne? I don't know how to say it yet. Check it out. There's so many people sleeping today. I think it's because they have, places to be at. It's the weekday. So we're gonna pull in to this last one. You see that thing that says scales? That's our scale. I'll show you that a little bit closer in a sec. We're gonna fuel up first. Oh, look at that guy. He's backing up. Oh, and that one guy, he's in a hurry. He shouldn't have done that. You should always wait. If somebody's backing up, you gotta make sure that they see you, because that could be bad. It's good to be patient, So I have 2 tanks on my truck and 1 DEF. DEF means diesel exhaust fluid, and that kind of helps the truck be less smoky, so you don't have to regen, is what we call it. So we're putting the tractor, putting some DEF in. So first we put fuel into the tractor. Wow, look, it's empty. So we'll see how much we put in, how much it's going to cost for both tanks. And you could fill them both at the same time, which is cool. Look at it go. It goes so fast. So my second one is full. So we take that out. You see it? Wow, beautiful. We close that one up, and then we'll go to the other side. Yep, it clicked. That means it's full. That's what it looks like when it comes out. It just like shoots out. Is that green? I don't know. Could be yellow. I think it's green. And that's how much it cost. $597.37 for 131 gallons. That's a lot. So we'll close it up. And now we'll put Def in. This one is smaller. It's a smaller tank. So it doesn't really take much. Oh man, it's leaking. That's why you gotta wear gloves when you fuel up. $21 for 6 gallons, that's pretty good. So we're gonna clean the windows because they're dirty. The mirrors are dirty too. So luckily they have buckets with little scrubbers and squeegees and everything. So we can just wash them whenever we can because we always have to be able to see. I'm gonna clean all the windows and all the mirrors. I really like that they have the long stick, you know, it makes it so much easier. That little mirror up top, that's so I can see the side of the tractor when I'm backing up, so I can make sure that nothing is gonna hit me or me to hit on the side. That little mirror is so hard to clean, but you know, you could do it. And I know this back window, you might think like, why do you need a window back there? You know, you can't see anything anyway. The trailer's back there, you can't see anything. Well, it's always good to keep everything clean so you can see all around you. Oh, look at that guy's got a sleeper. I wonder where he's going. He's probably going to sleep, that's where he's going. So we're gonna pull up, and you see that yellow line on the ground? That's kind of marked, so you stop your tractor there and it leaves perfect space for another truck to pull up and fuel up, so you can go and do anything really fast. You can't park there and stay there forever, but it's just like a real fast, let's go grab some treats. So you get as close to the line, and that leaves space for the next person to pull up. Look at that guy. He's got a little teeny tiny one in the back. That's so much wood. They're probably building houses. So this is the scales. And there's a button that you press and you call, and each little section is what they weigh. And each section has a certain limit. I believe for me it's 25, 15, 25. When I say that, I mean like thousands. So it has to be like 25,000, 15,000, another 25,000. And this is our truck stop. It's got a bunch of little things, bunch of knickknacks, anything you might need, spare lights, you know. It has antennas, refrigerators, fuel buckets, it's got antifreeze, it's got hoses, it's got everything. Anything that you might need that could have broken in the way that you can repair yourself. Oh, I need that. Maybe I should put that in my car. You have logs. Yeah, you need logs in case you need to cook in your truck. You know, you have heated lunch boxes, vacuums, fans, because when it gets hot, it gets really hot. You know, you've got your CB radios. Those are really cool. I have one in my car. Look at these sunnies. They're really cool, right? I like the yellow ones. You look like that guy. Look how cool he looks. These are our snacks. You know, so we can eat and be healthy. We try and be healthy, but It's hard when there's so many delicious chocolates and candies. There's so many things that you can get. Hats, shirts. It's so interesting. They sell hot dogs here. The hot dogs are really good. I love the hot dogs. And now we're on our way out. I bought myself something. Don't tell Judy. I couldn't help myself. They're little donuts. Donuts. They're so good. They're one of my favorite things. Do you guys have donuts? Or little donuts? I love donuts. I could talk about donuts all day. Not really. But yeah, don't tell Judy. She'll be mad. She makes my lunch and I tell her I eat it all. Wow, look at that guy. That's like a bedroom. He has a whole bedroom back there. So now we're headed out. That was my shift. That's the whole shift. That was the truck stop. And yeah, it's always an adventure. Just going out every day, seeing different things. It's the same thing, but it's different. In this side, this is the side for regular cars, and they have a Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell. Do you guys have Taco Bell down there? I know you don't have Mexican food, because I tried some in Perth. Not good. That was not Mexican food. I don't know what that was, but it was not Mexican food. Look at that truck. That's a really cool one. I really like those. Those are nice. Look at all the wheels on that. That thing must be so heavy. Whatever it's carrying. Some trailers, I don't know if you guys have it over there, but we have trailers that if the load is heavy, it'll bring down 2 more tires to even out the weight. So when you go to a scale, it's still perfect. The more wheels it has, like the less heavy it'll be on the other tires, because it'll distribute the weight evenly, or as evenly as it can. Usually the dudes in the forklifts, they have to kind of adjust everything because they've done it so much that they know how it goes, how to make it so when the truck comes to take it, it'll be good to get past the scales, because the scales will take a lot of time from you. And we're only allowed to drive for 11 hours in 14-hour days. That's a lot of time taken away from you if you're at a weigh station for like 2 hours, 3 hours. So it's always best to try and keep your loads perfect. But as a truck driver, you don't have to do that. That's the forklift guys, and you know, sometimes the warehouse will tell you to load it. But that's only if you don't have much to load, where it won't really matter to the scale because it's pretty empty. But that's a different story for a different day. And yeah, that was the drive. That was the day. I hope you liked it. I had fun. I like doing it. Maybe you could show me what you do. I have no idea what you do, but you guys have trucks and things like that, so I'd love to see it. So yeah, I will see you later. I will go to Australia one day, and maybe when you come here, we can go on a drive somewhere. I'll show you guys around. We can all go in a truck or something, because there's bigger trucks, you know. Mine is a day cab. There's some with, you know, the sleepers, and you can fit more people in there. It'll be fun, but I will talk to you later. And yeah, that was the drive. That was the day. By the way, I'm going all the way back down to Portland from Sumner, so that's like a 3-hour drive. So you get to listen to like audiobooks, get to learning. You can always learn. Learning is the best. It's my favorite thing. So yeah, I'll talk to you later, and keep driving. Your driving is really good. I'll talk to you later.